Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Friday, October 25th, 2024. So, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And did you solve it as quickly as you just uttered that last sentence?
Just about.
Really?
Yeah, no, I solved it fairly quickly for Friday.
I'm impressed.
I got it, and I kind of struggled all week with the puzzles, but Friday was a pleasure. I had no problem at all.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I had lots and lots of trouble with it. I had trouble getting started. I got started in the bottom right corner because that was the only corner I could find anything in there that I thought I might know. But I guess there were lots of. Let's see. Was there a lot of pop culture in this grid?
There were a lot of names, and that was kind of the thing that held me back. If anything, was there were like 4 or 5 actors or famous people's names, and for the life of me, I couldn't think of any of them. Like 23 across, Lowry, who wrote The Giver, and I'm like, man, oh yeah, I know her name is. Well, it was Lois, but I didn't remember that until I got like the L and the I and the S.
See, just the fact that you could say her name. I decided it was someone named Loeb, L-O-E-B.
No, Lois Lowry.
So,
and then 30 across, one of the famous Hollywood Chris's. I couldn't think of any of the Hollywood Chris's. And then finally I thought, Chris Helmsworth. But of course, that didn't fit.
Nope.
And then I thought, Chris Pine. Well, that was too
short.
Too short. And I couldn't think of the other two.
Pratt.
It turned out to be Pratt. And the other one was the Chris that plays Captain America. I can't think of it.
Chris. Boy, I don't know either. Sorry. I should know that.
Yeah, I know. And then...
how about 7 Down? Nickname for an early 2000s governor of California, Arnie.
Arnie, yeah, I did get that.
See, I didn't get that. I was just like, have there ever been any governors in California before 2010? And I couldn't think of any. I could think of Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
And then 50 across, Fonda's co-star on Grace and Frankie, and I'm like, Edith. She played Edith on SNL. She was the telephone operator, and so I'm like, what's her name? It turned out to be Tomlin, Lily Tomlin. So
see, just the fact that you knew who the person was. I had no idea who the person was, so that was causing me some grief. We also had some clues that were not sort of like pop culture or name related, like 54 across. Yo-yos, and the answer was idiots.
Yes, I was trying to think of vacillating type words, but
right,
it was just yo-yos, idiots.
And then we had about 4 clues that were sort of risque. We had like one down that sort of warned you. Body, B-A-W-D-Y, was ribald.
Yes.
And then we had the brilliant 56 across. What might be included in an act of Congress, where Congress starts with a lowercase c,
yes,
and that was sex toy.
Yeah,
it's like ha. And let's see, 12 down. 12 down said see 18 across. I hate when these clues do this. 18 across, occasionally censored part of the 12 down. So 12 down was breast, and 18 across was nipple.
That's right.
So.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
It was a steamy Friday. They got to start putting warnings on their crosswords.
Right.
But they also had some great clues like 52 across. Another name for C sharp. So C followed by 2 hashtags.
Yeah.
And that was D-natural.
D-natural, yeah.
Did you have to sort of like go, did you envision a keyboard?
I was looking at my piano in
my
you
head. Were? Oh, in your head, okay.
Yeah.
Right. See, because if you look at it for real, that's cheating.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I did not know that.
according to the official rules of crossword cheating.
Oh, okay. But no, I was picturing it in my mind.
But there were, I'm impressed with how easily you got through this then, because there were a lot of like long answers, and multiple places where things were either stacked on top of one another or adjacent to one another running down, like 14 down. There was a triplet running in the middle of the crossword. 14 down, perfect score was 10 out of 10.
Right.
Which I think I got that pretty quickly.
Well, 31 across was flawless display of technique.
Yes.
And for that, I'd put in a perfect 10.
Oh,
But,
really?
yeah.
Okay,
but,
that's interesting.
Then it didn't work. So then when I looked at 14 down, perfect score, I thought, 10 out of 10. I put that right in.
You were going to use that 10 somewhere in the grid.
I knew it had to work, yes.
But and then 31 across, the flawless display of technique was masterclass.
That's right. Yes.
That was a great clue.
Yes.
And that's a debut answer.
Oh, is it?
Along with the one beneath it, which I thought we had seen before. Dogs, 34 across, dogs post-surgery wear familiarly was cone of shame.
Cone of shame, yes.
I don't know why they consider it a cone of shame.
I think it's because that's the way the dog looks when it's wearing it.
Like
it just
it's
looks
ashamed?
like, I'm so ashamed.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't think they are too popular amongst dogs.
And then beneath that, we had 35 across, head cold, ? And it was brain
Brain
freeze.
freeze, yeah. That was a great clue.
I thought it was going to be something involving going bald
Oh, no.
to go along with ribald.
Oh. Another kind of pop culture one was 45 across. Iconic role for Frank Oz. And so I was thinking, Muppets, because he did a lot of the Muppets.
Yeah, I went
right?
for Bert. I immediately went for Bert.
Oh, did you?
Because it was 4 letters and this was 4 letters.
It was Yoda.
Yoda.
I forgot he did Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to think of, like Sam the Eagle or something.
Yes,
some obscure character.
Elmo or, yeah. So
way up in the top right, I thought 15 across was interesting. Fairly. And so I went for evenly. But the answer was rather.
Yes, I thought that was kind of unusual.
Yeah, I sort of sounded it out, and I guess it does work. It's sort of like, that's fairly difficult. That's rather difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
It's a different kind of fairly than I was searching for.
Yes, yeah. Well, like I said.
I put like evenly.
Well, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you did the same.
Yep.
Okay. Listeners, you should know that Jean and I always solve independently.
Yep.
And then get together here to talk about where we went wrong.
That's
in
right.
your case, where you went right and I went wrong. I like 26 down, although it caused a problem for me. 26 down, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, dramedy.
Yep.
And so I started singing the theme, A Comedy Tonight from... a funny thing happened on the way to the forum.
Right.
I think that was it.
Yep.
And so I couldn't get the song out of my head. So it was very hard to solve a crossword. And you've got tragedy tomorrow, comedy tonight.
Yep.
And but that was sort of comedy instead of drama. So.
Right.
24 down. 24 down was ethnic minority in New Zealand. I went for Maoris.
Oh, no.
And I thought it shouldn't really be plural. It should just be Maori.
That's right.
And I'm not even sure if I had the right country.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be Samoans.
Samoans, right.
So I guess there's more than one ethnic minority in New Zealand.
Right.
49 down. Oh, I'm sorry, 39 down. Tylenol alternative. I had it ending with RIN. I thought aspirin.
Oh, me too. I put in aspirin.
But that's not how you spell aspirin.
No.
It's ASPIRIN.
Yes.
And here we only had room for 6 letters.
Yes, aspirin.
Aspirin, yes.
Aspirin.
If you're in a hurry.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait for the aspirin to kick in. I need the aspirin.
That's right.
I need it ASAP.
I think a lot of people pronounce it aspirin.
I say aspirin. I don't say aspirin.
Aspirin.
I don't have time for the P.
It turned out to be Motrin.
Yes. 46 across. Main ingredient of the Puerto Rican dessert Paragua, and it was ice.
Yes. I've never had that.
It's sort of disappointing that the main ingredient is basically frozen water.
Uh-huh.
So
well, you could probably say that about a Starbucks Frappuccino or an icy, of course.
right,
It's
that's
ice.
true.
So,
That is true.
yep,
55 across. Mount Rushmore's makeup granite.
granite.
That was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then there was one right next to it. 49 across. It's a no, but it's spelled N-O with a period after it.
Yes.
And most clues, of course, don't have a period at the end. And the answer was tel, short for telephone number.
Right.
I thought that was amusing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you get 34 down? Time saver for a breakfast chef crepe mix?
No, that took me a while.
At one point, I had crepe, and I thought, oh, it's a crepe pan.
Oh.
Is there such a thing as a crepe pan?
Yes, there is.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that should have been the answer then. Because it exists.
Time. You'd still have to make it. So.
Well, no, but you could say, I'm not just using a pan, I'm using the crepe pan.
Oh.
Let's see here. 17 down was interesting. Misleading cognate, like the German gift, which actually means poison, and that's false friend.
Right.
I know that from French as faux amis, the cognates that are not quite what they purport to be.
Uh-huh.
And my final answer, well, I already mentioned that with 23 across, the Lowry who wrote The Giver, I was convinced was Loeb. Isn't there someone who ran like MGM, Richard Loeb or something?
Could be. Could be.
I was hoping for you to fill in the blank here. Okay.
No, I can't.
But so there was someone named Loeb that had something to do with the early movie making business, I think.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And so I ended up with, I had Bamoans, and I changed that to Samoans, and so I had Loes, because 3 down, closest confident informally was bestie.
That's right.
And I spelled it Bestee.
Oh, no.
And I thought, it's a variant spelling. But that is not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, this was a fine crossword.
It was. By Alex Murphy.
And a debut.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He debuts on a Friday.
Nicely done.
Exactly. It is, speaking of Friday.
Yes.
It's Friday.
Yes, it is.
Which means it's time for Fun Fact Friday. And not too long ago, we had a clue, the answer to which seemed to involve a tater tot. This was on Tuesday.
Yeah,
and
it's like a French fry alternative.
Right. And so we decided that we would investigate tater tots.
Yes.
And this is from our favorite website other than xwordinfo.com, Wikipedia. Tater tots, also known as baby taters or potato jams, are grated potatoes formed into small cylinders and deep fried, often served as a side dish. Tater tots were invented in 1953 when American frozen foods company Ore-Ida founders F. Neffy Grigg, Golden Grigg, and Ross Aaron Butler Sr. were trying to devise a recipe to use leftover slivers of cut potatoes that would otherwise be thrown away. They chopped up the slivers, added flour and seasoning, then pushed the mash through holes and sliced off pieces of the extruded mixture. The product was first offered commercially in stores in 1956. The name tater tot is a registered trademark of Ore-Ida, which has been a subsidiary of Heinz, now part of Kraft Heinz, since 1965, but has become so widely associated with the dish that it is often used as a generic term.
Yep.
Tater is short for potato. Yep. The name tater tot was created in the 1950s and soon trademarked by a member of the Ore-Ida company's research committee who used a thesaurus to come up with an alliterative name.
Huh.
Originally, the product was very inexpensive. According to advertising lecturers at Iowa State University, people did not buy it at first because there was no perceived value. When the price was raised, people began buying it. Today, Americans consume approximately 70 million pounds, that's 32,000 tons, for people wondering, of tater tots, or 3,710,000,000 tots per year.
Wow.
That's rather a lot of tots.
That's a lot of tots.
Let's see. Since at least 2016, vegetable companies like the Green Giant brand have introduced veggie tots.
I've seen those.
Which seek to substitute more nutritionally dense vegetables, e.g. broccoli and cauliflower, for the potato.
Yes.
Yes, but they'll never replace the tater tot, at least in my heart.
Uh-huh. I don't know the last time I ate a tater tot. It's been a long time.
Well, I'm heading to the store right now
All right.
to get a bag.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I'm off shopping, so that is it for today.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Saturday's crossword will be out soon. We hope you'll tackle it. We will do so as well.
You bet.
And whether we win, lose, or draw, we will be back to talk about that crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.